Jimmy, good one. I think I like that better than the last one there. Don Miller Robinson, I'm going to call you a do-it-yourself performer. If you don't mind, you don't hit me, I'll continue on and tell the people at home why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You've got a studio, you write your own, you produce your own, you're about to move from sound into video, the video land as well. I mean, so that makes you a do-it-yourself performer. Who else do you use as musicians?
Well, this one, the last record, I used a guy called Stuart Darietta, keyboard player, songwriter.
Mm.
He's actually just starting a solo album with Mark Moffat this week up in Bundaberg.
Really?
Yeah, Mark's got a studio up there. And Paul Johnson helped on the backing vocals.
Right.
And Hugh Benjamin, drummer.
So
he also helped with the production.
How many instruments would you have played? Do you get into that side of it as well?
I can't remember how many instruments I played on this one. A bit of keyboard, guitar, vocals.
Very talented guy. I mean, the writing and the recording, so you produce your own. Do you produce for other people too? Do you have other people? Because in your studio, which is in Paddington, correct?
Yeah.
What do you call it, A&M?
AM studio.
AM.
Yeah, we had a studio. Well, Stuart and I had a studio out in Kenthurst, out of town, on a farm. It was a great place, but it was a bit inconvenient, so we moved it into town and amalgamated with a video studio. And we sort of put all our sound gear in there, and they have a video studio, so we brought the two together.
So you can get the whole, like, commercials and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, well, they do a lot of commercial work at AM, yeah.
Back to that question again, are you producing other people out of your studio, like other bands, Sydney bands that we might know of?
Probably not too many that you'd know of. I've done a lot of work with unknown people.
Yeah.
A lot of demo recordings and so on. I haven't done a lot for other people since we moved the studio in. It took a while to do that. I've just finished a record with a guy called Max Height 6 Feet, the comedy record, called The Doomsday Cup. It's about a nuclear missile race.
I can dig that. Melbourne Cup through the week, now we've got the Doomsday Cup.
Doomsday Cup, yeah.
And they'll race anywhere, well, and bet on anything. Listen, the 12-inch dance mix of Which Way Is Up, which we'll have a look at in a moment. What's the story behind that? Is it ready?
Well, no, it's not ready yet. We've just, apparently we've had an incredible response from DJs in Melbourne and from Sydney and places around here and there.
How did it come about?
They want a 12-inch mix.
Right, you have a single, which is very danceable and is very disco or dance-orientated. So a guy in Sydney, one of the clubs actually said, why don't you do this?
Yeah. It was just a guy from a shop here who caters for disco. People rang up the other day and said, would you mind if I did a 12-inch mix of it or an extended play mix? I said, sure, go ahead. But the same, another guy in Melbourne who does extended play mixes rang up and wanted to do the same. So I said, go for your life.
So it's going to be, you're going to have
I mean, if they're any good, they're great. I might do one myself, 3.
I was going to say, you would do one yourself too. You could well have done that. But anyway, as a shorter version, it sounded real danceable to me when I had a good listen to it, and I figured that it wouldn't be a bad 12-inch idea. So good luck with it.
Yeah, go well, 12-inch.
Top the dance charts and could well top the normal singles charts, eh?
Ticket in the lottery.
You never know. Which Way Is Up? Don Miller Robinson. Let's have a look at Don. And we meet a couple of the Flying Fonzarellis not too far from now, plus a couple of other people you know well. Don't go away.
Sometimes it's hard to know which way to turn. Emotional commitment, so easy to get burned. It's hard to know the difference. Is it love or is it war? Turn your back, run away, but you'll be back for more. There's just no logic in those crazy things we do. There's just no reason for those hoops we're jumping through. Which way is up? Love has got me. Which way is up? It's got me in its hold. Which way is up? It's the same old question. Which way is up? And I don't
17. Sunset Now. Now, there is a single around by Roberts Frost. It's a good single, too. And I thought, I wonder who this young guy is, or who this person may be. And it's Brenton Roberts and Gary Frost. You're doing it as a duo, which is an interesting little thing, and it has become now a songwriting team, eh?
Yep.
You know, how did this all happen? I mean, last time I saw you, you were winning money with the Brenton Roberts band at the Penrith Leagues. It was a big thing. What did you win, 10 grand or something?
Yeah.
A lot of money, a lot of money.
It was a lot of money, I know that.
And I thought, oh, right, you know, this has put you right on the way. You get a single out and whatever, and then all of a sudden it's become Roberts Frost.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things happen.
How did it work?
Well, just one of those things that I met Gaz and Gaz met me, and we both decided we liked each other's songs enough. And we put the two forces together.
Did you get a record contract off the fact that it was you as a duo, or had sort of the record deal been working with the Brenton Roberts band?
I think it was a bit of both, really. I think the whole thing came together.
Yeah.
You know, I think they liked the idea of, you know, Gary through his past experience
Right.
and what they've seen in Brenton Roberts' band as well.
We've got to mention it. Moving Pictures was where the last time I saw you on this show, anyway. Why did you leave them to start with?
It wasn't as much a case of leaving as it was when a band gets to a stalemate stage, and that was what happened with the Pictures. It got to the point where we couldn't go forward anymore.
So you felt you'd move out?
And it was just a mutual decision that
and then you bumped
we'd go our
into them.
separate ways.
And away we go.
Kathy Howard, Brenton's manager, approached me to do some arrangement and musical direction for him for his album.
So you're like an MD?
Yeah. And
interesting.
I enjoyed the material so much that I kind of, I said to Brenton, sounds great. And he enjoyed my songs, so we thought we'd get together and...
Okay, so now you're together as a songwriting duo, a recording duo. Are we ever going to see you out working live as a duo?
Absolutely.
Sure, tomorrow if we had it our way.
Tomorrow, right.
Lend us some day, we'll be out there tomorrow.
So is it a matter of now you've got to find musos that you think will fit?
I think we basically have the crux of an excellent live band.
Right.
We've got a great, like, the guys that we used on the single, some of the best players in Australia. And hopefully if we can pull it together enough, and they'll take a huge cut in their wages, you know, session players, what they get. Anyhow, the boys are really interested, you know.
In other words, you're really working hard on conning these guys. To get out on
no
the road.
offence, but yeah.
As quick as possible, you'll be there. You think that'd happen before Christmas?
We hope so.
We really want to get out there. You know, there's nothing like it around this time of the year to be playing in a live rock and roll band in Australia.
You've been associated with big hits before. What About Me and things like that in the States, which I didn't realise till looking through research today that 19 it went to in America.
Yep.
That's real good. But you've had hits too here in Australia. You had one in Adelaide, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a top 10 in Adelaide.
Top 10?
Yeah.
That's pretty big sales too, I would think, in Adelaide.
That's about 48.
That is something I didn't know until today either. I didn't know that you recorded successfully over there before coming to New South Wales.
Yes, I'm from Adelaide, so it makes it fairly easily, you know.
Good on you.
Yeah.
You just had Jimmy Barnes on.
She's a good town to come from.
And this film clip, just tell us about it before we go to it. It features some footage from an archival film.
It's from the National Film and Sound Archives in Canberra. It was a 1928 feature movie made by three sisters, which was pretty stunning for 1928.
Yeah.
One was the director, one was the, like, art director,
The other one
and the other one starred in it. The McDonald sisters. Yeah.
Well, that was
amazing. Yeah, right.
That's the real. What a top talent.
She couldn't do anything else, so she
I'll take the star role. Thank you very much, sisters. And so, whose idea was it to use this archival footage?
Basically, Larry's, I think, the film director. He just thought the idea. Larry Metzler,
Metzler.
Yeah. The idea of Just Remember, because it does have some wonderful cliches in there. We're not ashamed to admit that it does have some, you know, some great lines. He thought the ultimate would be to get some old footage, and he come across as the archives opened up just recently to Australia. He come across this thing called Far Paradise and just
put it all together.
Put our faces in there most.
You just remember Roberts, Frost. The two guys, two very talented guys. Let's have a look at it. It's good footage. They've got credits on this and everything,